sure what whip is. It's probably one of the most tailing stats that I use. Whip is the calculation of walks, hits by innings pitched. And usually a very solid whip is anywhere between 1.2, 1.3, somewhere around there. You know, just a little over one base runner per inning. And that one is just barely over a one. So that's what you like to see in regards to the starting pitcher, Ethan Cole. So he definitely limited the damage and amount of base runners. Unfortunately, some of those hits were extra base hits. That is how El Paso has a 5-run lead. Here in the top of the 8th inning, it'll be Sergio Burrell who will lead things off. So you have a lefty-lefty matchup. This is the second straight start that Kansas City has not had their best offensive production night for Ethan Cole. One strike pitch, curveball, called a strike, and Joyce is way ahead of the count, no balls and 2 strikes. There is nobody warming behind the lefty Joyce, so more than likely we will see the lefty try to go through the full 8th inning. Here's another curveball, and got him looking. So the very first batter that Joyce faces is a past teammate who in fact is struck out, and that's Sergio Burrell. So Joyce starts off solid for Kansas City. 1 up, 1 down for Brian Joynt. This is the 3rd game of the series. In fact, Kansas City will not face El Paso again this year. Only 3 games this year scheduled against the Diablos. Kansas City getting multiple games against Laredo. The schedule will be, it's alternating between years and depending in the different divisions, so you get more times than not. It is not a fully balanced schedule. 1-0 pitch is popped foul into the seats. Kansas City will be facing Laredo for the 4th series this year, starting tomorrow night. And fans, on my cheat sheet here, tomorrow's game, once again, a reminder, is on 610 Sports Radio. That's against Laredo tomorrow night. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Just missed inside. Fastball at 94, and the count is 2 balls and a strike. And that is impressive. You talk about Joyce. He is throwing 94, and he is a lefty. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Fouled straight back, and the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So top of the 8th inning, 5-0 T-Bones as they are on defense here in the 8th, game 3 of this series. And Joyce making his T-Bone debut. 2-2 pitch, fouled into the seats. He'll actually go on the concourse level, and the count is now 2-2 still. So the count stays the same. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Coming set is Joyce, and in comes the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop, Goodwin. He has to range all the way in on the infield grass. The throw is offline. Goodwin falls to the ground. I think he lost his footing. We will see how they rule that. But Goodwin was ranging all the way in. And then right before he got to the infield grass, he lost his footing and he went tumbling to the ground. And because of that, his throw was offline. That was going to be ruled an E6. So Goodwin is going to be charged with an error. And the base runner Joynt is a 1-out runner for the Diablos. Inning continues for Cisneros. Cisneros, the first baseman, is another lefty versus lefty. So an unfortunate out there for Kansas City. That's the first out for either team today. And it comes with 1 out and nobody on in the bottom of the top of the 8th inning. Pickoff attempt to first. And we haven't had anything to compare that pickoff move from, but I can just assume that that was a bluff pickoff throw to first. It was not a full effort pickoff attempt. 1 strike pitch on the way. Little popper foul into the seats behind home plate on the third base side. And the count is now no balls and 2 strikes. So no balls, 2 strikes. The runner at first is Brian Joynt. Here's the pitch from Joyce. Breaking ball stayed high. And curveball, that time at 66. That is a 30-mile-per-hour drop between the curveball and the fastball. You talk about impressive variances of speed. Here's the 1-2 now. Breaking ball got the inside corner, and Joyce has struck out his second of the inning. And a couple of strikeouts against his former team. And now 2 outs, runner at first. Here at the top of the 8th, still a 5-0 lead for El Paso. And in fact, Joyce will get the entire 8th inning, as he will continue to face Gabriel Suarez. So both strikeouts for Joyce have been looking. Both of them have came on a curveball. And now, regardless how the rest of this inning will go, it will be a scoreless frame on the ERA for Joyce. The runner at first is an unearned run regardless. But of course, the bigger picture is getting out of this inning without any more damage. Here's the 1-strike pitch. That's a strike on the inside corner. Fastball at 92. American Association standings brought to you by Savers. Go to Savers.com for more information. Savers, just another reason to feel great when you donate. Line drive that is foul onto the concourse. And once again, just always to be aware, regardless of where you are at the ballpark, to be paying attention to every single live ball action. Get you the standings after the next pitch. Here it comes. Breaking ball in the dirt. In the North Division, Fargo leads the way, 41-26, 6.5 up on St. Paul at 34-32. Third place, Winnipeg at 32-32, 7.5 games back. In Sioux Falls are 13 games back at 28-39. In the South Division, Laredo leads the way at 37-30, a half a game up on Amarillo at 35-29. Grand Prairie just 1 game back at 35-30. And in last place in the South is El Paso at 19-46. They are 17 games back in the South Division. Now in the Central Division, Wichita at 45-22. 6 games back of Gary, or 6 games ahead of Gary at 39-28. Third place is Lincoln at 36-31. They are 9 games back. And now here's a line drive foul down the right field line. And the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the 8th inning. And a 5-0 lead for El Paso. Lincoln in third place in the Central, 36-31, 9 games back. They've gone 5 for 5 in the last 10 games. Kansas City, 27-40, 18 games back of Wichita. And Kansas City, 12 games back in the wild card. Here's a little floater right to the second baseman, Molina. He's got it, throws to first, and the inning is over. So Joyce will pitch a scoreless 8th inning in his T-Bane's debut. And we will head to the bottom of the 8th. A 5-0 El Paso lead. The Kansas City offense has 6 outs to work with to figure it out.